Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. I'm going to be doing tarot scopes. I'm going to do the tarot first, and then we'll be looking at the astrology, maybe in a separate video. I haven't decided yet. So, all right, let's do some card reading. So this is be for the sign of Cancer. That's Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising for the month of November 2025. So let's take a look. I'm using the fountain deck, and I did pull out a little moonstone for me to work with while I'm doing the Cancer reading. This is a peach colored moonstone. Moonstones usually come in like a white, like a grayish white, a black moonstone, and then this peach color, and then ones with like rainbows in them, like iridescent moonstone. But this happens to be peach, and the peach, the three colors of moonstone symbolize the three states of the woman. The maiden would be the white, um, the mother would be the peach, and then the crone would be the black. And so we happen to have peach here, so we're in the we're in the mother phase. I just did a reading on October, the No Kings, and the goddess was right up top of that reading. And I just have just a crystal double terminated point up here as well. So I'm gonna pull some cards, and I'll do a Celtic cross. So this is for Cancer. This is a general reading, although sometimes they do get kind of specific. So if things get specific, sometimes it means that this is, for a particular person who's going to hear it. But also, if you take things from a more general perspective, it'd be helpful. So we'll see. So November is the 11th month, and we're in a 9-year. So the vibration for this month is a 20, 20, and in the tarot, that's the Judgment card, the inevitability of judgment. All right, so here we go. We start with the Four of Swords, the Four of Swords. So we're starting the month. This is about rest from battle, rest from the battle. So this in this this indicates that yes, there was a battle. Maybe that was last month, right? And as we start the month here, you're sort of sitting back, you're resting, you're recuperating. So there's a time of recuperation here. This could be um, mental, sorry, mental healing. Okay, easing the mind. The Four of Swords is often an energy of peace and balance and truce, an end to the fighting, right? An end to the fighting and an opportunity to rest. So we find ourselves in that situation as we start the month. And then the challenge to that is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is how do we move from the tumultuous waters that we've been inundated in to calmer waters, right? This is about moving away from our troubles almost, right? Moving away. So how do we move away from our troubles? Interesting two mind cards for such an emotional sign, right? Cancer ruled by the moon. Um, Underneath it all is having worked really hard to reach what you've reached. It's not quite, you're not quite to the top, but you're closer to the top than you imagine. But you've been struggling. It's been a struggle, and um, it's taken a lot of fortitude. It's taken a lot of vigilance. I know many of us feel as though we've been fighting the fight for going on 10 years now, right? So we can appreciate that we're at a point where we are, um, getting to the top of it, getting to the point, as it were. Let's see, in the past, we have the Six of Cups. This is about nostalgia, a very Cancer thing, right? We draw upon our past, our families, and the love that we had in our families. Now, not everybody had a loving family, but there's usually somebody or something that nurtures us, even in the most unnurturing of situations that we grow up in. And sometimes it's an imaginary friend or it's a guide that helps you through when regular humans don't seem to be around, right? Um, but there is I think there's a wistfulness about the past. There's a wistfulness that we're feeling. In the sky, the Ten of Coins. So opportunity for riches, perhaps, um, this is an opportunity. This might be a big opportunity. This might be all the work that you have put into something is finally, people are noticing. People are maybe seeking you out, and it brings some abundance into your world. It's available to you, right? The sky is what's in the sky. You can reach up and come and pull it down, but you have to take the action, right? You have to reach up and pull it down, or you have to open your arms and call it in. One or the other, you have to take an action to get it from up there to right here. Okay, and then you open Pandora's box. This is the Hierophant. This, in a way, is a little bit like a Pandora's box. The Hierophant has wisdom. The Hierophant has wisdom, the wisdom of the body. This is also the Constitution. This is the Constitution card, how things are held together. Our Constitution is what holds us together. Our a promise to each other. Our promise to each other. And that is being opened up for all to see. Our promise to each other. Can we do it? Can we do it? How it's seen from um, how people are seeing you, right? To the outer world, how you seem to the outer world. Um, Having good ideas, abundance, um, opportunity, opportunity. There's an opportunity. And people see you as taking an opportunity. And there's, a lot of times we feel like if you're the idea of opportunism or being opportunistic is often associated with like negative connotations to that. But um, that's only when taken to, an extreme. Opportunity. We are the land of opportunity, right? This world we get to work in is a land of opportunity. If we can, get out of our own messed up mind thoughts, um, enculturation, all this weird, like religious, like, I mean, bow down to the king, right? Okay, so your domestic situation, actually, this came up. It was the Hanged Man, but it came up this way. So I don't really read reversals. Usually the cards are set up so there aren't, so I can't have a reversal. But when I see a reversal, I'll use it. And the Hanged Man reversed is the Hanged Man standing on one foot, actually. And but he's come back with after spending time with his mind in the great cosmic sea. It's time for him to come back and bring that idea forward. And so I feel like you have an idea that you're bringing forward. It's finally time. The time has come. The time has come, and it starts at home. It starts at home with maybe a vision to the future. You know, after a period of having to just be where you are, out of necessity, and you couldn't really go anywhere because that's where you needed to be and you needed to have those experiences, and you had to look at the world in a whole different way than you used to look at the world, and you come out of that, and you come out of that refreshed and enlightened. And so that is where you're at. Hopes and fears. The Page of Swords. If you have nothing to hide, then you don't have to worry about anything saying anything. Although I guess maybe that doesn't always apply these days. You could tell a total lie about somebody and it could ruin their life, right? If enough people say it. So we do have to watch that. And maybe that's what the fear is. But the hope is that we will sort of poke at the gas bags out there who are trying to tell us what to do and how to live. And, you know, where we can tell ourselves that. Okay. Outcome for you guys. Ooh, the Eight of Coins. I like this card. I do. I like it because it's diligent. So there's a work ahead. There's a lot of work. In fact, I think that what's happening is you're gonna get well known for the gifts that you have and what you've been working on for so long, and you're going to be really, really busy. So you may need to consider getting an assistant or asking for help or something like that, somebody to help organize some of the stuff so that you can do some other stuff, because I feel like you're going to be really busy. Let's see if we can get a major arcana. Here's the Four of Cups. There's a little bit of divine discontent. There's a little bit of um, maybe a little apathy. There's a little apathy, but it's been this has been a really difficult path that we've been walking, and it's exhausting, and we can, it's okay, we can be apathetic. We just can't stay there, right? It's almost as if we're going to be going from super busy to a bit apathetic, super busy to a bit apathetic. I guess as long as we're balancing. We have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. She is the queen with good judgment. Um, she can be the widow queen. She's the widow queen. Um, she sees above all the sentimentality. She sees the truth. The Queen of Swords sees the truth. And in a way, she's the most just queen. um, of the most just court card, I think. The king, he has he's more interested in the point, and she's more interested in the balance, I think. Um, so there is a need to work diligently, give yourself the time to just meander with your mind, your emotions, and also have a sharp mind and balance everything. And before you take an action, think about it, evaluate it, right? And then we have the Strength card, which is a beautiful way to end. This is a Leo card. It is about finding your voice. It is about roaring. Ah, right? It's about courage. It's about strength. It's about balance. Um, it is about the higher self overcoming our lower nature, where our ferocity, our lower nature, becomes a tool for our higher self. We become more integrated. We become more of who we're meant to be. The Leo energy is the sun. The sun is the great integrative principle. You are getting to be who you are meant to be this month. This is a very powerful reading, Cancer. Very powerful reading. Underneath, we have the Queen of Coins. She is a very powerful I kind of see her, I see a little bit of like a Beyonce and um, Letitia James. Like this is the kind of energy I feel from her. She knows the value of things. She knows how hard you have to work. You know how hard you have to work to get where you go. The Chariot, things will be moving very quickly. And a little bit of a word of warning, things can get very complicated and very complex very quickly. So the idea of maybe getting somebody to help you with some of the tasks that you do um, will give you more time to prioritize where your time is better spent to make the most of the opportunity that you're being gifted this month. All right. I'm going to pick an oracle deck, and I haven't yet decided what oracle deck I wanted to use. So give me a second here. Let's see. What was this one? This is an interesting one. This is an oracle deck called the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle by Kyle Gray. I have other of his decks and I do like him. Kyle. Anyway, whatever, whoever you are, you have a nice decks. And I don't know this deck, so this is going to be an exploration for both of us, for all of us, I should say. I'm assuming there's only one person watching me. Hopefully, there's more than one person. All right, so Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. What does Cancer need to be aware of this month? What advice for Cancer, Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising? Moon, Rising. Okay, what do we have? Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. I am going to hold this up for you. It's a beautiful card. But let me find what it means, and then I will share it with you. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Lemurian seed codes. I actually have a friend who remembers landing in Lemuria in a life far, far, long time ago. See if I can focus it a little better. Sorry about this, guys. That's pretty good, right? It'll probably go in and out. Lemuria was a civilization that was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in ancient times. The inhabitants of this sacred land lived in complete harmony with nature and had a connection with every living being, similar to the movie Avatar. Their inner vision was fully activated to the point where it is thought that their pineal glands were fully developed and they could see for hundreds of miles in every direction, in a similar way to the sonar of dolphins and whales. The majority operated from their heart space, honoring one another and nature so much so that when their civilization came to an end through a cataclysmic event, most likely the plates of the earth shifting, causing volcanic eruptions and a tsunami, most of them ascended. It is said that these highly attuned beings knew that their civilization would end and decided to send healing waves to another part of the world for future civilizations to benefit from. They telepathically channeled their frequencies into a thought form that would become crystals that would be found thousands, possibly millions of years later. These Lemurian seeds are a type of quartz crystal mostly found in Brazil and Colombia. They are powerful crystals with with situations, no, well, with striations similar to barcodes engraved on their faces. They have a feminine receptive energy that is said to help us step into a more feminine way of being in order to help the evolution of the species. So I have some of these. I have crystals with that that it almost looks like a barcode on the side. But if you don't have a Lemurian seed crystal, you can just use a crystal like this crystal here, and connect the crystal. Like you could do that, or you could just think about this. Think about being one with nature. Think about how wonderful that would be. That if we were just in harmony with nature, and in harmony with each other, right? How nice that would be, and focus on that because that is the energy, right? You'll put out there. Cancer, you do that anyway. I mean, honestly, you're the mother of the zodiac. You want everybody well fed. Well, seeing people suffer, children, mothers and children, and is totally against your nature. Um, and we're a cancer country, right? So it has to be better than this. We can no longer stand for the way things are. And so we must stand against the way things are, or stand up to, I should say, not against, but up to, put the line in the sand, right? Put the line in the sand and say, this is as far as you can go. And now you have to respect me. All right. That story. Have a great month. The astrology, as I said, will either be in a separate video or after this. I haven't decided. So, anyway, take care, everyone. Much love. Have a good November. Namaste.